Hey everybody, it is February 1st, 2014, and exactly 1 year ago, like right now, myself and my team, Apprentice A, were sitting right here, right at this desk. It's actually a different desk, but it was in this corner of this room, celebrating, screaming that we had hit our Indiegogo goal because of you guys, that we had received over $200,000 in donations to support an upcoming documentary called I'm Vlogging Here. And since that time, it has been renamed from I'm Vlogging Here to Vlogumentary, and still couldn't be more excited. I actually told Hank Green, the founder of VidCon, and I told him, and I waited a couple weeks, and I said, let me make sure. Yes, 100% for sure, even after the buzz has worn off, being on stage at VidCon 2013, releasing the Vlogumentary trailer, is the greatest moment of my entire life. So to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of this monumental occasion which made all of these dreams possible, Shay and I are both uploading videos today. He kind of rolled around on the floor with a dog. I'm not that fortunate, but instead of a trusty companion, I have my own trusty companion. This is Corona Koya, who was the cameraman on Vlogumentary. Can you film me?
Yes.
So after receiving the donations a year ago, we went into a couple months of production, and we went all over the United States and filmed interviews with 80 YouTubers, around 80?
Around 80.
And out of that, we ended up getting about 200 hours of footage. And immediately started crunching that down and working on two things at the same time. We started working on the script to kind of build out the story and map out the hour-and-a-half long, roughly, that the film would probably be, and then also making the trailer. And the reason we put so much work into making the trailer right away was because so many people donated, not really knowing what the film was going to look like, not really knowing what they were agreeing to support, that they supported the idea, but there wasn't, really a lot of evidence for the hard work. And we wanted to get that hard work into your guys' hands as soon as possible, on top of which we had an opportunity to film at VidCon, which is the biggest YouTube event of the year. So we worked really hard and put a lot of focus into the trailer, and that actually served a dual purpose. One, it was to get you guys footage so you guys could see it, but two, to kind of back up and support the film while we go into post-production. Now in post-production it probably just sounds like a lot of editing, which it is when it's 200 hours of footage, but there's all kinds of stuff that we have to do as well if we want to release the movie the way we want to release the movie. Because there's a lot of freedom in shooting something and editing it and just uploading it to YouTube, which is what Shay does and what I do and what all the YouTubers do that we interviewed. But the original vision for this film, which hasn't changed, wasn't just to shoot something for the fans. Like Shay Carl documents his life every single day. My team and I, we document our lives. Charles and Allie Trippy, they document their lives every day. We don't need a documentary just to share ourselves with our audience. The point or points of Vlogumentary is to kind of go behind the scenes on that, show a lot of stuff that doesn't make it onto YouTube, show what's going on an emotional level, how that affects people who vlog every day, and take all of these things that are known and not known by you guys and put it in a bite-sized 90-minute, but traditionally a bite-sized piece of content that anyone can watch. As someone who has never seen YouTube in their entire life, and at the beginning of that film had never heard of the word vlogging and not know anyone who's in the film, and walk away from that, having not only just learned and been educated, but kind of gone on an emotional journey on how we feel YouTube is changing the world. So we want this film to be released in theaters internationally. We think the story is worth it, we think you guys agree, and we need to represent the YouTube community in a way it deserves and get the credit and recognition from the amazing and incredible things that these vloggers are doing. So that's really fun when we're raising money, or talking about doing it, or getting excited about doing it, or even shooting it. It's a lot less exciting after we release the trailer and we have to work on things like clearances and insurance and deal memos and international law, both between myself and my team and Shay, because we're working internationally, but also an international release. Did you know that the official Vlogumentary trailer had a music clearance issue with one of the songs specifically in Australia that took like 3 weeks to resolve? And it's this very boring, very important paperwork. So we have to plant the seeds now for the things that are down the road going to allow this film to be released internationally. And what is definitely frustrating is when something exciting happens but we can't talk about it yet. For example, we want to mix the audio at blank, and then we might have a marketing cool thing with blank, and there's a person who might be able to help do a thing, and it's incredible, and if I talk about it and it doesn't come true, then I look like an idiot and it's disappointing for lots and lots of people. So there's all of these things that if, you don't count your chickens before they hatch, so you don't vlog your chickens before they hatch. And not only that, but we have attracted the attentions of people who wish, at this point, to not be named, who have worked on very, very famous documentaries, who are giving us their help and their advice and their consulting to make Vlogumentary as incredible as possible. And they're like, oh, did you think of this? And I'm like, thank you. That makes the film so much better. And we have to set up this cool digital marketing thing with this website that is the most popular web hosting site in the world, and they're talking about stuff now, but it's not signed, so like all of the news is non-news and it's boring, and we're sorry. But please know that we are working very hard on Vlogumentary, that these things are now kind of wrapping up, and there's going to be really cool things to announce very soon, and you're going to see the writing and the editing very, very shortly. And there's one other thing to know. There are rules when it comes to credible film festivals, like Sundance or Cannes or Tribeca. To enter into these film festivals, they will only accept your film if it's the premiere, and you have ever released at most like 8 minutes of footage or 10 minutes of footage, kind of depending on the film festival. So if we show too much footage, we actually for real get disqualified from all the major film festivals. Vlogumentary is our most important focus, and I can't wait for you guys to see not only what we have so far, but like Shay mentioned in his video, which you should click the link to watch, we are doing one last very small round of filming in Florida in March, and then we are totally wrapped on filming, and that tells our complete story, and we're 100% sure. So sorry for being so rambly, I get really excited, but be subscribed to this channel, youtube.com/Vlogumentary. Also, Vlogumentary has Twitter now, and oh, one last thing, speaking of Twitter, we have, we call this Twitter TV. Corrado set this up, thank you, Corrado. And anybody who's talking about myself, or Apprentice 8, or Vlogumentary, or this other thing we have called Buffer Festival, we see every tweet, even when people aren't tweeting at us. We see absolutely everything. We know exactly what you guys think. We've never missed a tweet. We read all of the YouTube comments, and we are listening, and we are working, and I love you guys, and I love this movie, and I couldn't be happier to be doing this. So thank you so much. I'm gonna stop talking now. Happy 1 year, and we got lots more work to do, so let's get to it.